Hi everybody and welcome. My name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn and this is a reading, a spring equinox reading for Taurus. So Taurus, we are coming into our spring equinox, which is on the 20th of March, and that is equal day, equal night, or pretty much the balance. And we're coming into spring in the northern hemisphere. This is our new beginning. It also signifies the beginning of our astrological year, switching into our first sign, which is Aries. So that's exciting. And we have a full moon, our full worm moon, about a week after the equinox. We'll do full moon readings as well. But let's take a look at what the equinox has for Taurus this year. So we have a couple of cards that came out already. And we're just going to shuffle up and see if there's any more. We're going to draw from two different tarot decks, and then we're going to get some oracles to fill in the message, okay? So this is all about new beginnings. This is all about, resetting for the year, so to speak. And let's see, we've got so much major arcana, Taurus. This is going to be a big shift for you, whatever this is. So let's take a look. I'm going to take one more from a different tarot deck and we'll combine them, okay? So already we've got 6 cards and 4 of them are major arcana cards. So that's a big deal. Major arcana speak to more significant life events as opposed to little day-to-day things that, are kind of little blips. Major arcana speaks more to events that have a bigger impact on our lives. Okay. Oh, beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at what's come up here. Okay, so looking at numbers, we've got, I always like to look at the numbers, 3, 5, 6, 9, 19, 18, 19, and then we've got 11. So we don't have anything repeating here. Okay. So we're just going to get started. So we have the Phoenician. Find your balance and fulfill your karma. Fairness, dignity, and integrity. You will receive what you deserve, justice. So this is again a major arcana, and this connects to Libra, the balancing the scales of justice here. So this is all about finding your balance, and this reading is about your karma. This is all about, we reap what we sow, we get what we give, and through the choices we make throughout our lives, that impacts our karma as we move through our lives. And we can often resolve karma fairly quickly, but sometimes when we don't get the message from the universe and we keep resisting, then we get more and more dramatic examples from the universe, messages to show that this is out of balance. So for some of you Taurus that are connecting in here, this is a key message for you, is there is going to be justice. There's going to be karma returning. So it's interesting because in this same pass, we've got the two balancing each other here. It's number 18, which is shadow. And that would be the moon card. So this is your shadow self. This is illusion, fear, things hidden, not seen, This is where there's possibly some shadow work to do, especially connected to the karma here. You've got some shadow work where the universe has been sending you messages through circumstances. Maybe you've had business deals that have fallen through and you're feeling like, a bit of a victim, and that this is a negative that's happening to you. But it could really be about justice in your life, and that the universe is coming in to say, no, this would not be good for you further down your path. So you need to look at this as a blessing. It could also be that perhaps in the past, if you've made choices that you knew at the time perhaps weren't aligned with your integrity or the integrity with others, and you've created some karma there, that karma is coming to be resolved, you know. But it's definitely a time, Taurus, where you're moving through some shadow work. There are some things hidden here. There's some fear-based stuff coming up for you. And what's really interesting is the immediate card after is the Sun card. It's the light card. So you're definitely moving through this. And justice is the balance of the scales, right? You've got the light and the shadow, balancing that light and shadow. So you need to balance that shadow aspect of yourself with the light aspect of yourself, you know, and really take a look at those things that haven't been working for you, Taurus. Those decisions that you've made, maybe because you were making decisions based on others or a lot of input from other people, perhaps decisions that were based more from an emotional point of view and they needed to be looked at from a more objective point of view. You know, perhaps it is that you hired a cousin at work and you did it because you wanted to do a good thing, but it wasn't a good thing because that wasn't a good fit for you or that, you know, the cousin, so to speak. And so there's that imbalance there. So this is about doing a little bit of the shadow work, and the equinox, again, if you look at it, that is that balance between shadow and light. That is that equal time, you know, between the shadow and the light. So this is a beautiful symbol for you, Taurus, that this equinox is going to be really powerful for you. And it's going to allow you to bring some justice, some balance back into your life, you know, because once you embrace, so to speak, the shadow aspect here, once you see what's been hidden and what's caused you fear, once you've looked into that, and it'll be different for everybody because this is a general read, but however this connects to you, once you allow that to come forward and you look at it and you work on releasing that, then you've got this beautiful balance of the light energy that wants to come through. So coming forward, this is really an interesting reading. Okay, and I'm a Taurus sun sign, so this is interesting for me too. We have the owl, air. This would be the Knight of Swords here. Taurus and Gemini energy, so your energy, but also Gemini, which is a bit of air energy. Turbulent times can be avoided by quick and decisive action. Loss and conflict are possible. Be clear on your beliefs and ideas. So this is definitely around something that you have been experiencing lately, perhaps in the last several months, you know, through this winter season, since it could even possibly be since our fall, our winter solstice, our December solstice. You know, it could have been something that was brewing from there, or even all the way back to our fall equinox as well, right? Because this is about making decisions, experiencing loss through conflict, through that moon energy, right? Through that shadow energy, where there's that fear there, where there's that illusion. Somebody may have, in a situation, you know, sort of pulled the wool over your eyes and you thought that something was good and it turns out it wasn't. But there's light energy here. You may have to work through and stand your ground, but you have to be clear on your beliefs and your ideas. So this is about, what do you want? You know, Taurus, what do you want? What do you deserve? What is it that aligns with who you truly are and how you need to move forward in the world? And that's what this is all about. And it's time for you to step into that, because definitely you're going to be moving on. And we've got Solitude here, which is major arcana card. And that would be in our regular tarot, that would be the Hermit. So this is about searching, guidance, solitude. So you may be spending some time in solitude. These two cards are together, and this one was at the top. But if you notice here, we've got the moving on. So this is, the indigo is the mental body. So whatever this conflict has been for you, Taurus, wherever you've been torn, wherever you feel like the rug's been sort of pulled out from under you lately, this equinox is a beautiful window of time for you to create some balance. And the balance is coming because I can see it in the cards moving forward here. But you've got this moving on. So you're definitely moving on from something. And whatever that is, you need to stand your ground and take that action. All right? So whatever that is, however that pertains to you, if it's relationshipy, if it's through work, if it's through investment, you know, something you're passionate about, a social group, whatever it is, it'll be different for everyone. But it is definitely time for you to stand in your power, to stand your ground, to be clear about your boundaries and what it is that you want for the justice scales to be balanced here, because there's been imbalance in whatever this situation is that's definitely affecting you in more than one way in your life, more than one area of your life, Taurus. So this is a beautiful time where the energies are open for you to let that go. However painful that may be, whatever conflict that may have brought up, it's time for you to let that go and move on from it. And karma will do its own work. The universe will do its own work. So if you've been treated unfairly, if things have been unjust with other parties in your life, and you're concerned, your ego mind is concerned about them, and it always seems like they skate through life and get away with things, that's not the case, and regardless, your job is to worry about you and what suits you the best and what fills your soul and feeds your soul. The universe will take care of the karma for anybody else, that portion of life. You need to just worry about your square, so to speak, So it's a good thing that's coming. It may pull you into a little bit of solitude. So through this equinox energy, this may be the time where you sit in that solitude and you do some reflecting, just play some quiet music, play some meditative music, just sit in the quiet by the water, go take a drive to the water and watch the water and listen to the water, take a walk at a conservation area, something like that, and just allow yourself that quiet time to just let things flow and reflect and really see from a different perspective that you're not at a loss here. Although there may be conflict, it may be uncomfortable if they're with others in this situation, this is going to balance itself out and you're coming into a much better space. And the portal that opens up with this equinox is all about the new. It's renewal, right? It's coming into spring. It's everything fresh and more light energy is coming in. So this is a time for you to really allow yourself to release that and forgive that, Don't beat yourself up about decisions that you've made because you did the best you could in the space you were in at the time, And as you're moving through this, you gain more wisdom and this is coming up. So let's move on. So now we have Bess. Party time, let go. Forget about everything and come back tomorrow. Okay, so this is connected to Jupiter. So things are definitely opening up for you. It's going to get much happier. It's going to get much lighter for you. And all three cards demonstrate that. And I'm getting a little bit of goosebumps, so this is good. There's justice. And as it balances out, you're going to have cause for rejoice and celebration. Three of Cups. This would be the Three of Cups. This is an emotional card. So the green is emotional. Yeah, it's an emotional card. So this is all about celebration. Celebration with friends. Celebration with family. You've moved through it. The situation is unfolding in a way that's favorable for you. You've gone through that hard stuff. You've done the inner work. You've done the shadow work. You're coming into the light here, with whatever the situation is. But again, you've got to, with this, I think it's back here, just to make sure, you've got this, this is justice again. So you've got this justice to be had, this balancing of the scales, and it could be the other way around as well. But with these cards coming up, this is leaning more towards you doing some shadow work here, letting a situation go that's had a big impact in your life, that has impacted your self-esteem as well, and your thoughts. And it's seemed very unfair, but that balance is coming, because we have another major arcanic here, number 5, wisdom. So through this situation, whatever this situation is for you, Taurus, it'll be different for everybody, whether it's romantic, whether it's financial, whether it's related to business, your workplace, investment, whatever it happens to be, friendship. You're moving through and things are balancing, but you have to allow that process and be open to it, and know that the universe has got your back. This is a beautiful window, and you're going to be rewarded with a much better situation. A much better situation is coming for you. So you've got to get in that space of allowing it, because if you're in a space of lack, if you're in a space of, I don't deserve it, victimhood sort of mentality, that's an archetype that's, it's you got to move through that quickly. That victim mentality is a very low vibration, and you don't want to get stuck there. You realize that you are not a victim, that you do have choices, and now that you know better, you're going to do better. Okay. So we're going to draw one more card here. One popped up. And please, if you could, click like and subscribe for me in the description below. I'd really appreciate that, so I can stay connected with you and grow my channel and share with others. And thank you for that. So the one that popped out is number 64, Sensual Awakening. So there's a balancing here. This is a beautiful card. Oh, look at the energies. So you've got, your lowest chakra colors there with the oranges, and you've got the yellow coming in, and then you have your beautiful upper chakra colors as well. And you could really be coming into an awakening with yourself, Taurus, on a sensual level as well, where, it's not just you're sort of feeling yourself in a way of how you feel you're perceived and attracted through the world, your attractiveness. But it can also be, you're just so much more in tune with things as you move through this equinox period. And then we have falling here, number 14. This is beautiful. To me, this is all about falling with grace, allowing the process to happen and being okay with not necessarily knowing the outcome. Letting the universe do the work with you and for you, and just allow that process. Allow yourself to fall into that space of the fear with the moon. Try to, just sit with it without that charge, that energetic charge, and see it from a different perspective. And you're definitely going to come into a new understanding of whatever this situation is, and a new perspective. And the universe is showing you, you're definitely coming into a space where once you move through this, you're gaining a whole lot of wisdom that you just didn't have before. And okay, there's still too many. They keep popping out, but there's too many of them. All right, so let's get a little bit more advice here. All right, so we're gonna, 2 of them popped up again. Oneness. Oh, sorry, you are loved. Create a new way to be in your life. Return to love. You have the support and love of the universe as you step through the veils of perceived responsibilities into freedom. No one's been placed upon this earth to make you happy, just as it's not your responsibility to make anyone else happy. Your job is to feel the best you can in every moment. Freeing yourself and everyone else of the idea that we have to please others to be loved. You are loved by the whole universe. Accept this love and feel all your relationships deepen, becoming more authentic and unconditional. You are love and you are loved. So this is, this is around your perception of self. Whatever this is, Taurus, this has impacted your perception of who you are. And it's time to evolve. It's time to move into something better, something bigger, something that aligns with who you are becoming. And it's a beautiful thing. You know, allow yourself to make choices for you that are the best for you. And you have this beautiful outcome ahead. So Taurus, this is your spring equinox reading for 2021. I wish you all the best. Please remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.